Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and this is a follow-up from what we covered about that game phone provider that tried to screw out the Japanese market because a lot of games and gacha games like Fate Grand Order were using this license, but since they got acquired by a hostile takeover, they, of course, just what happens, they want to extortion money more from what they already offered to pay. Well, the people, the Japanese offered, yeah, you offer me this, I accept this, and then suddenly passing from this time 20k. Well, look how it's going. So, game phone provider who replaced 380 annual license plan with $20,500 plans to reconsider its move following countless inquiries from Japanese games developers. So, following a uproar among Japanese game developers, Monotype has extended its renewal period for PhoneWorks' Let's license and is reconsidering future moves. So, yeah, like everyone was saying, we're going to walk away, you're going to get fucked. And yeah, at this point, considering that they won this one over that company that now owns the funds for what they offer, walk away. Just simply walk away and never use them ever again. But yes, I kept saying since this is a licensed stuff, well, if they want to keep reselling some of the already existing games, they are going to keep doing it to make more money out of it. And when it's not worth it anymore, they're going to have to delist those because this company. That's how it works with licensing. But continue on. At the end of November 25th, Nonotype, the new US-based parent company of major Japanese phone provider PhoneWorks, discontinued an affordable and widely used plan that allowed domestic developers to integrate Japanese typefaces into their games. Given that the only alternative Monotype provided was priced at an annual $20,000 compared to the usual 380, the issue was met with widespread criticisms and concerns from the community. Now the community has responded to the order by temporarily restoring the original plan. So on December 9, Monotype announced that this will once again allow developers to renew their PhoneWorks Let's and Monotype Let's plans, with the application deadline being extended until March 31st next year. These options had previously been slated to end, with renewal applications being cut off. So yeah, they were complaining about this. So the only option they give is just renew it again. But yeah, that shit is still cut off. On December 9, Monotype announced that it will once again allow developers. Excuse me, read that. The Let's Phone license has been used for in-game text across numerous Japanese games through the years. The prominent examples include Friend Grand Order, Persona 5, Nier Automata, and several entries across the Mario, Final Fantasy, and Dragon Quest franchises. Its discontinuation implied not only a massive price hike but also inconvenient conditions such as user count limitations for applications using the provided funds. So yeah, facing the listing. Monotype says that the move had been part of the effort to align older programs with current global standards. But man, the same fucking word. But global standards, that's why we need to homologate the prices to be absolutely insane. Fuck off with that shit. Seriously, please leave the fuck off. However, the company acknowledged that it had not provided sufficient clarity or explanation regarding the transitions for existing users. Oh yeah, never do that. Oh yeah, you go and say, oh yeah, we without telling you much. Yeah, the licensing to you are using, we are going to invalidate you, and if you want to keep using it, you have to pay us more, more. No, fuck you. And this is also a mistake that the Japanese developers committed. Yeah, I have to call them out on this one. Why the fuck you will license fucking phones? It's licensing for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I already stated this many times with racing video games. Those racing video games don't last long because for the most part, is the car brands. If the car brands they don't come with an agreement to renew the licenses, they are just simply cut off. The game gets delisted. And also happens if the game has licensed music. This is what happened to Spec Ops The Line. It used a lot of licenses, well, not much, but because it has their own original soundtrack, but it had also licensed music. Bad Boys, Deep Purple music. Well, Bad Boys is from Inner Circle, and Hush from Deep Purple, and other music like grunge rock. But those are licensed, and because of that, if the companies don't care about making money out of it anymore, or simply they don't want to renew the license, yeah, the games get delisted, and that's it. And yeah, Japan should have never done this shit. They should have made their own funds. They don't paying a professional designer if they really want to go professional and make their own funds, register as their own trademark to use in their own company, and that's it. Fucking relying on funds as a service is just stupid because of what I already said. When you get in a conflict about licenses, yeah, expects the worst, expects the fucking worst, but continue on. Leading to a number of inquiries about the impact of changes. As a result, Monotech decided on this temporary reinstatement while it revisits the issue and examines possible improvements. Okay, so, those developers should buy their time and expect that, yeah, they need to replace those funds. Yeah, cut off this company entirely. It's the most logical and sensate decisions that those Japanese developers could make at this point. Because, yeah, they fuck up with this one. Long-term monotime plans to bring Nets in line with global standard products. I really fucking hate this one. Continue on. Service and support. This suggests that the options such as the games types integration plans will ultimately be phased out. Still, the company says it's preparing new service plans especially for the Japanese market. Translation, they are going to nickel and dime. So if they're going to see Face Grand Order, the gacha, yes, they're going to charge differently. The way how they put this license, oh, depending how much users you have downloading your game. Like, what the fuck, you're going the way of Unity. Jesus Christ. Which sounds like good news for domestic developers. It's not good news. It's not. Further details are being announced sometime by the early 2026. So yeah, this tended because yeah, a lot of Japanese people were threatening it. But this is they are still doubling down on this move. $20,000 from 380. Yeah, those developers, if they are smart, they should ditch this company entirely and well make up for the losses because yeah that license is going to screw it up pretty hard, and especially considering how the copyright system in the US yeah attack a lot of foreign companies for this shit. Man, well, this is how it is going in this update, but that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.